This is a reading for all zodiac signs for what's my money looking like in November 2017. Okay, so for Aries, I feel like you have many different money sources. You're pretty content with the amount of money you're making, and you're content with you know, the different jobs that you're doing, or the different ways that you're getting money. And there are some ways that you're getting money that you're hiding it in some way. You're either hiding it from people that you know, or I don't know, just concealing certain ways that you're making money. Taurus. So Taurus, what I see is that your money's pretty good. There's parts of your job that I feel like you enjoy, and you enjoy some level of freedom in connection with your job. So you're not entirely unhappy, but there's part of you that like feels like obligated to be there. Meaning like maybe this is like the only job that you feel like you're ever going to make that amount of money at, or that you're qualified for. And there's also an element of that your job can be stressful. And what I see is that like, because this job is sort of just like an obligation to you, like it's sort of like you're not really heavily interested in it or anything like that. You don't really care about the stress involved with the job. Gemini. Gemini, so what I see is that with your job, I feel like you enjoy the money, you make good money, and there's elements of your job that you love, but there's other reasons why you may want to leave. And I feel like in November you're actually going to start putting action into finding a job that you love more. So it's not per se saying that you would leave your job in November, but it's saying that you will start looking for a job that you love more, and possibly in a different place. Like you might move to a different area for that job, for a new job. Cancer. Okay, so Cancer, your money is looking really good, and you may be an entrepreneur, so you're very good at finding ways to create money in your life, with whatever entrepreneurship this is, but you're doing very well for yourself. Looking good. You may have to deal with some way with the justice system. So I don't know. You may get a lawsuit. You may take somebody to court, and that may be a way of making money. You know, if you're suing somebody, or if you work for a company, they may have to go to court for some reason, so just be aware of that. Leo. Well, what I see, Leo, is that you're having to defend yourself at work for some reason. So you may have some co-workers or a boss that you may not like, or it may give you trouble. And I do see that you wish to leave your job. And I feel like you do make actions to do that. Like, I feel like you do, put out resumes, but like, I just don't, it just hasn't come through yet. I feel like your wish will be granted at some point to leave, but it may be a little bit delayed. And whatever job you would be going for, you'd most likely be going for more money. But I say on the whole, your money's okay. It's more about just not liking who you're working for or where you're working. Virgo. So Virgo, your money's looking really good. I would say, from these cards, it just seems to me like you'd like to make moves to have a higher position or a position of more authority at your job or where you work, which, and obviously, would give you more money. I feel like you might make small moves towards that, but or you might make small moves towards, in some way, trying to become your own boss, like entrepreneurship or something, but it's going to be slow. It's going to be very slow moving. It's not going to happen right away. You're going to take very small baby steps towards what you want, but overall your money looks pretty good. And there's no issues where you work. I think that you just would wish to have a higher position or position of more authority. Libra. So what I see, Libra, is that you're worrying too much about your money. I think you worry about not having enough. You may be relying on credit cards too much. I think you get worried about running out of credit or something like that. And I think that you feel like you have a lot of good ideas, but there's also something about like never being able to get anything off the ground. So I would just say try to put more energy into making things actually happen rather than just having it all be in your head, because right now it's all your money problems are sort of like in your head. It's all worrying and thinking about money and thinking about ways to make money, and you just got to go out and do it. Scorpio. So Scorpio, I see that you're doing pretty well financially. And it seems to me like wherever you work, you enjoy a certain amount of peace. Like people leave you be, like you're not bothered. You have some sort of autonomy where you work, and it's a little bit like you're just you're skating, meaning like you're sort of just floating by, like there's nothing I'm not sure how to explain it, but like it's basically like you don't feel like you would ever get fired. You don't feel like it's just serene, and you make good money doing it wherever you work. So you're just chilling, you're just hanging out. Like you're not going anywhere. Basically, you're not going to quit or anything like that. You're just going to sit back and collect. Sagittarius. Well, Sagittarius, I see that there's like an ending to an ending to like emotions about money. So you could be coming into some money. I mean, you do pretty well financially anyways, but you may be coming into some money, or this could also indicate like retirement or something like that, where there's an ending to like thinking about money, or being emotional about money. So it could be retirement. It could be if it's in connection with like a job that you don't like, and you'll be moving on to a job that's better for you, better suited for you. Capricorn. Well, Capricorn, I can see that you're working really, really hard, as you always do. You're a hard worker, and you're saving your money. You're putting a lot of money away for the time being, and you may actually even get some job offers that you're not really interested in. Like, you're not going to take them, but it's, that's always nice to have when you have like recruiters calling you or whatever. To know that you're in demand, I guess. So yeah, just working away and saving money. Aquarius. So I see Aquarius, you're probably going to get some sort of promotion to a higher position, and it's going to be a lot of hard work. You're going to be putting in a lot of hard work and making changes to whatever, the position or the company that you work for, and a lot of your ideas are going to be well received. Like you are going to do well in this higher position or position of authority. Pisces. So what I see is that like there's some sort of defensiveness, so you might not like your position very much, or who you work for or where you work. So there's an element of having to defend yourself at work, and I feel like you may be looking for another job, and you're trying to do it very quickly. Like you want to get out of the position you're in like ASAP. So that, just you're currently working on trying to get out of this position is what I see. So that was your reading for where your money/career is at for November 2017. I hope you liked it, and let me know if you want a personal reading, and thank you so much for listening. And if this didn't resonate with you, please, just remember that these are general readings, and I can certainly get more accurate readings in personal readings. Okay, thank you.